got to do while we're starting out is bring them up. I got to go to here to grab the URL, which you can't see, but that's okay. Three minutes. Blam! I'm finally starting to get things set up the way I want. And I now have another monitor, although I want it higher. And I've got my Canon 5D that I'll have set up soon. Rob says, let's see, let me come back to eCam. Get this, let me use this screen. Tab, space, paste. Alright, we'll do that. eCam. There's my comments window right there. Bring it up where I can see it better. Rob, I'm cold. My hands are cold. Usually because I have a morning snub says. That's probably part of the problem. Show us something revolutionary. Is the music too loud? I know, I'm not supposed to talk during the pre-show, according to the experts. Now that's too small. Let me make it bigger. I do have 2 campaigns today. Don't know if I can show you revolutionary. Evolutionary, maybe? How you doing, Rob, by the way? Drew, how are you? My voice is soft. My voice is soft? I don't think my wife would agree with that one. But I do understand the music is probably loud. I know. I knew you were talking about that. Disagree. When I grabbed the astral plane image here, the Northern Lights image, I was looking for things that were astronomy related, like star backgrounds and stuff. Because I go by the name of Planet Mitch, right? So it was just a thing to get. Karen's here. Hi, Karen. Karen is going to be our first guinea pig. Guinea pig. I shouldn't say that. Karen's brave. Rob says you are on a Mac, right? For some reason, when I click the volume button, my volume button. What's a button? Is it going to be one of those days, Mitch? I'm sure somehow it became a button shortcut. How do you get rid of those? The volume button, my desktop clears. I don't know what you're talking about, Rob. And I don't think that has anything to do with. If I were to ask Karen a whole bunch of questions about what her goals are, and what she's trying to promote, etc., then I'm getting a little bit of good feedback, something that I could use to. Thank you, Karen. It's on up viral. That I could use to influence the way I think of it. But again, most people come into this campaign not knowing a lick about what your offer is. So I'm coming in here as basically cold traffic. For some reason, I'm a little out of breath today. Now, in this case, Mark Ramos says, seeing your expressions are part of the reason to show up live. Well, thank you. I appreciate that comment a lot. So, Karen, here you go. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move, you can't see it, but the comments window that I see is right over the top of the page. So I'm going to move it over to another area. And it's just another way of stalling. And it's a good thing you can't see my notifications because I forgot to turn them off. So let me, anyway. The biggest problem I see right off the bat, Karen, with this is what? Does anybody else off the bat as well? Anybody? Anybody? Karen says I'm used to see it. Let me ask this question. Maybe other people will using one of the templates, but I don't remember which one. You're using a widget, aren't you? Or is this actually an up-viral page? It might be an up-viral page. Something else. I'm going to turn on this Pro Mouse thing so you can see my cursor, right? Right. It's an up-viral page. All right. And maybe you don't have control of this. I've never thought about that. I've never thought about this particular template. The problem that nobody has commented on that jumps out at me insanely is that this top section is way too freaking big. Oh, this is Sophia, because it's got the slashy angle to it. I know. So you're using Sophia. Now I recognize it. And it's not your fault. What have you done to make this so big at the top? What have you done? I mean, that's the thing that's driving me crazy right off the bat. And maybe if I take this and I shrink it, then we'll see what it looks like kind of on the mobile view. And I don't know if it's exactly right with what happens on a smartphone. We're getting, but notice, Karen, this chatbot thing is covering it up. Now, whether it does that on the on a mobile, on a smartphone, I don't know. But even on the wide view, it's annoying to have this chatbot here. And that's two things. First is that we all want to have the interaction, and I have tried this on some of my campaigns, and I haven't gotten a whole lot of interaction. But it's also a distraction, right? Doing a campaign is to get people to sign up. And therefore, I feel like anything that potentially takes people away is a distraction and is potentially a bad thing. We want them to sign up. That's all we want them to do. And so, yeah, Karen says, bye-bye, Messenger bot. It's just a distraction. This is probably because of the Messenger bot. But I really dislike these kind of things popping up on my campaigns, too. Now. And bang, it's back. Why did it pop up again? I didn't do anything, did I? Did I do something wrong? What did I do? Anyway, I think it's best, that's my opinion, to take those off. What we want people to do is to give us their email address. And we'll talk about potentially the top of this. And I have to be careful about time because I've got 2 campaigns to review. I don't know why, by the way, this pops up campaign that we did on the Copilot session yesterday. And I'm going to go to settings. If you go to the advanced settings, and this is probably not the best example, but let me get rid of Rob's comment. What Karen did was she put her Messenger bot inside of the header section on the lead capture. So what they do is she put it in here, or she maybe put it in the footer. But one thing you could do, Karen, would be to actually just put it on the share page. Code to put in on a page. Questions that people want. Um, oh, Drew's talking about the video. There should be some way of looks like you're using Vimeo as my guess, right? Based on the way the footer looks. But there should be a way to have the thumbnail set up so that you can click to play or whatever. Yeah, and have something like this. So, there are debates about whether autoplay is a good thing or not. I don't care for autoplay. I knew that. I don't like sounds popping up that I was not prepared for. And there are some players now that are doing this better in that they start the video, but then you have to click on it to turn the sound on. That I'm okay with. And once you click that, then it starts over again. Anyway, so Rob's jumping ahead. Bless your heart. Thank you. Try to keep me in line here. Rob says the top message on the capture page is not enticing enough. Now we're getting there. Karen says the video should autoplay, but I think it depends upon the browser. Yes. But I don't like autoplays anyway, as I just mentioned. I'm sorry, I'm going to bend down for a second. I forgot to put my pad down on the floor because when I do my stand-up stuff, my feet start to hurt. So anyway, Rob, I think you're absolutely right on. Grow your business on social media with a solid content strategy. Now, getting to the meat of the matter here. And Rob's gotten my abuse before, by the way, so Rob knows what he's talking about. Rob was a great example about, are you struggling with your social media? Are you struggling with generating content every day, etc., etc.? Some things that grab somebody that they can empathize with and say to themselves, that's me. And then you present them the solution. It's time to outshine your competition and woo your customers. This is good. I like this. This is good stuff that you would follow up with the pain point at the top. It's just a matter, and I'll go back and say this again. Got an itch. Explaining what you're going to do. That's all good. I'm not going to wordsmith that for you. You can work on that yourself. These are things you've probably already been testing on other landing pages. I appreciate all of this stuff. That's good stuff. But this is the problem. Karen says, I need to preface that this is a lead gen campaign. So the thing to win isn't super exciting, and that's a whole nother topic. That is the topic. That is the big topic. Because what you gotta... Yes, there is another campaign you're running. You're doing all kinds of other things for your business. But the assumption that you have to make with these campaigns is that people are coming in absolutely cold. They don't know you. They don't know what else you're doing. They've seen nothing potentially about you because of the way Viral's doing sharing and all that kind of stuff. You got to be here on the giveaway on the landing page. Yes. Karen says, split test, educate them, replicate and change the message on the top headline. Correct. When you do split testing, by the way, don't pick a different template. Don't split test template A versus template B, because you don't get a good feeling of which one is 10% better or worse, because they're so radically different, unless you have the exact same text on both of them, right? In which case, the one thing that you're split testing is the background or the template layout to see which one works better. With split testing, you don't split test the video and the background image and the text and the this because it's too much. You can't tell which one's working because you don't know enough. Drew says, you're almost going for a splash page look for this header that you have. I almost take the top piece section, its own splash page, and then once they click get started, you can feed them info. But this is not a two-step process. Martin, Drew. Process that they've gotten here to the page, and we can talk about those other things. But once they've gotten here, assume they're cold traffic. And you got one page to this is a one step to hook them. Rob says, are you struggling growing your business on social? Learn the secrets. Okay, so he's giving you a suggestion. That may or may not be the best one, but you can split test, right? So let me just show you really quickly. Those of you who've never seen split testing, can I change the size of this? Oh, I can. Good. Yes. Karen says there is a two-step pop-up. That particular template, sorry, switched to the wrong thing. This particular template does do the pop-up thing. Lots of different opinions about whether that micro commitment works or not. So you could put some other text here. You're using that's one way of doing it. It's really good stuff. But you don't have to necessarily do it that way. And this Sophia template actually has two. You can put it idea of showing them they're almost done. Their layouts aren't, let's not get into that. So in UpViral, if I go to lead capture, yes, what you were talking about before, Karen, was that you just simply duplicate this. You do clone, which will give you a new lead capture page. You do clone, and that's how you do your split tests. When you do that, I'll just do it really fast. Did I just do clone? No, I didn't. Let me go back. Let me do clone. So now I have two pages, and where you see that is if you go to your stats, there is now split tests. And you can see the two different versions in the split test. All right, that's how you make a split test happen. You can do that in UpViral with the landing pages, with the sharing pages, and emails. You cannot do it with the social sharing image. And let's go back to, here. So what you're going to do, Karen, is you're going to work on this part, get them really fired up, because this is the chance, this is your only chance to get people doing a PDF sign up. And so Karen says it's a reward. So let's keep going with Karen's campaign, and we'll figure out, right? Right now, we're looking at a strategy guide. That's all Karen has on here is a lead magnet offer, right? We know nothing about whatever else is potentially coming. So we're changing that. So good. And you're using feedback and stuff from other people to figure that out. Now, back to the campaign. Let's just go ahead and sign up. And I don't know, my wife is doing some stuff in the kitchen. You can hear the blender in the background. Planet Mitch. Now, receive a free social. Now, one of the things that I have talked about before, okay, what you're doing is you're not telling them is that, and I talked about this on Lillian's campaign yesterday, at their strategy guide. How do they go get that? If I'm signing up for this, You just you gave me an offer to get a strategy guide, and I get here and it says receive a free social mini course. I'm suddenly very confused, Karen. I want my guide. Where's my guide? Deliver me. Okay, you got to have your clear process lined out here. Now, there is nothing wrong with doing this such that they're now going to be incentivized to get some more stuff. That's good stuff. But the first thing you have to do is tell them how to get their guide. Let me go back to the Up Viral campaign that I roughed out yesterday. And I'm going to ignore your comment just for a second. If I go to the share page and I go preview, I'm going to open a new window. Success! Your download is below. This is what I did for Lillian. Great. How do I get my download? How do I get my guide if that's the thing they just signed up for? If you just said in the comments, now that I'm reading it, when they sign up, they receive a link to the download via email. Okay. Oops. I'll just leave that up. If you're giving it to them in email, say, success. We've sent you an email. Go open your email, check your spam folder. That's where your download is. Tell them where to go find it. That's what you need to do. If you want to deliver it with Up Viral, you could say something like your download is below and set up a reward system such that they get this and all they have to do is click on this and they would get the download. You can also just create a link. You could create a link, you could say, click here to get your link, and just create a link to a PDF somewhere, whether it's the Up Viral one or on your own website. Just throw up a thing saying, oh, by the way, I want you to do some work, which is what you're really telling them. The way you have to tell them how to get it on your campaign. You're saying, when you refer, you're going to go get some more stuff, but you have to do some work. Okay, got that message? Now, in this case, by the way we did it in Lillian's campaign was that I set up a reward, she set it up, for download your stress test. She's offering a stress test. So what you can do, now she was doing 10 points for the initial sign up. What I usually advise people to do is, 1 point for sign up. When they get that 1 point, then they get an email that says, here's your stress test. But then it appears down here as a reward. It would say 1 out of 1, so they've earned it. This would be unlocked, so they could download it here. Okay? All right. So that's a trick, and most people don't think about the fact of different things inside of Up Viral, which is why I love it. Okay, but you got to give them the reward that they just signed up for, or they're going to reward. A lot of different people be freaking mad at you, and we don't want that. Now, for some reason, the audio's not coming through, but so you're explaining to them, and I have not seen this before, but it sounds like you're starting to explain to them how to get another thing, right? Refer 3 friends with points down below to get your free thing. Yeah. Now, this is good stuff. There's nothing wrong with this stuff. Maybe that's a good place to put it. I hadn't thought about that. You could put it up here under this section. You can put more text up here if you need to. It kind of works here too, so that's all right. Because you're showing this before they get to the download or to the buttons. Now, what it looks like is that you're giving me 0 points for signing up. And that's okay, because what you're trying to do is to get them to 3. And you're not giving them any points for doing any of these things. That's okay. You just said, I only have, points associated. That's fine. That works. I typically like to give them 1 point because it makes them feel like they've earned something. It's just, I don't know. it's maybe just up in my head that that's true. I don't like just this is a personal preference. I don't like campaigns where they just get 0 for signing up. Give them a point. Even though I know we're not, so you would simply bump this up to 4, right? And by the way, are you using this as a? I bet you don't know this. See, I got another campaign to review. Don't let me forget. If we go into Up Viral, and I go over to the sharing page, right? And we go to that you would use, and you would not have these brackets now that I've screwed it up. But I think you get the idea that you can insert that, so if they come back to the page, that would automatically update. If I've gotten 2 friends referred, it would show me the total, and I only need 1 more to earn the reward, right? Does that make sense? Whew. So that would be this other thing, right? So you would have another reward for that. All right. You've got some custom actions. That's good. Yes, I have that diamond. Good for you. Several folks keep clicking the link, and I want them to know how many. Perfect. Good. Most people don't know that's there. So, and I like that you, by the way you worded this, and I know it's really small, but you did say 1 point for every referred social content strategy guide download. You're telling people that they actually have to get their friends to download the guide, right? So means they have to sign up. I like that. All right. So here's the reward for the mini course. And then you've got a link to go somewhere else, and that's okay. Rob says, great question. I'm not sure I'm clicking on any of the social media or custom actions without an incentive. See, that's where it gets into the Up Viral point system, and it gets rather freaking messy. And I'm going to try this and set me back to there, because I like to do this. And why it shows the wrong comment. Anyway, I have begged and that they set up the reward system for 2 ways of doing it. One based on points, and one based on pure referrals. And Up Viral probably doesn't like me saying this, but I have begged. And Wilco's said to me, he says, I understand. It's not like he doesn't understand the issue, but he's like, I think it gets too complicated. So what would happen, and I'm still talking about Rob's question, would be that would allow you to put points on the board in why did that not, there it goes. That would allow you to give them points, which is a warm and fuzzy feeling. Those points wouldn't do anything towards earning this if this could be based on just simply 3 people, right? If it was just based on number of signups. But I haven't won that battle, and so there we're stuck with points. Now, if you were to assign points for these, Rob, the problem is then now this free social course based on the number of referrals. You have to now jack the number of referrals. You can't just give referral points up such that doing all of these things doesn't give them the reward. That's where it gets kind of messy. And I do agree, you want some incentives, right? If things were all warm and fuzzy, you could potentially say to them, well, if you join our Facebook group, that equates to 1 referral, right? You could set it up that way so that, let's say you give, the requirement is 150 points to get to the social media course, and you make this 50 points and you make this 25 points, then you're giving them an oomph to get to the free social mini course. But this is it is all we got, right? And Karen says, I agree. Struggle we have with the point system. Getting them used to sharing socially might help them get their referrals. Absolutely. And what you have to do, I mean, you've done it kind of sort of here where you say refer 3 of your free friends to download the strategy guide. I mean, that's their incentive, right? That's their tracking mechanism to get there. And so the other thing you could say is basically, the buttons below are set up to help you get those 3 friends to sign up. Some kind of text that says, use these buttons to get people there. And you can share as many times as you want on Facebook and Twitter and blah, 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 whatever. So you could go that to Facebook, and you can't see the very bottom of it, but that's okay. This is and I'm ignoring your comments just a second. This social sharing message, Karen and Rob and everybody else who's watching, has to grab them and get them to come to your page. This is one of the critical pieces, and most people tend to ignore this inside an UpViral campaign. Thank you, Karen. Check this out, digital planning calendar, but you're not talking about the why here, right? And you only have a little bit of opportunity to get them to sign up. But I think I would go back to the pain point that says something like, struggling with your social media content, here's a solution. This does a good job because you're saying, check this out. Rob said the same thing. It would stop me potentially, but you got to also remember that people see Facebook ads all the time. And they're used to scrolling past Facebook ads. So if they think this is an ad, they're not going to stop. They might stop. It all depends. Since this isn't a contest giveaway, we're not doing a enter to win thing. That's okay. We don't need to necessarily specify that kind of stuff here. But just my point being, if somebody goes to your page here and does these buttons, the people that see this message are cold traffic. They're absolutely stone cold traffic, and you got to be able to grab them and get them to your page to sign up. So this has to be compelling. All right, I'm going to close that. Karen says, if only I could test the social share images. Now, Wilco and Telling, they ain't coming. My friend Bradley and several other people have pointed out that you can do that somewhat by running Facebook ads. So you could do some testing because Facebook ads will let you figure out which image is going to convert better. But inside of UpViral, we cannot do that. You are correct. Rob said earlier, by pushing the posting not only builds referrals, but some name recognition, as you'll see, and may not sign up. But yes. So there is definitely good reason for people to do the social sharing on your behalf. So you definitely need to convince them to do that. Karen said, I agree the points could be higher in helping to get 10 minutes, but still have those last 3 points for referrals. Yes, if you set the reward to 13 in that example, if all of the social sharing was 10, then they would have to get to 13. So yes, It just depends upon how you structure the freaking points. And there's the problem. All right, so let's. I think that's all I want to say for right now. Karen says, or could I use another image in other test campaigns? Yes. Pardon me. The other thing you can do, Karen, is to I have done this before where I set the campaign up such that week 1 we did sharing image A, week 2 we did sharing image B. But the problem is you don't get any pure split test data that way because the traffic coming in could be wildly different. So you don't really get a good idea on how that works. The other thing that I have done, and I don't know that it necessarily helps, but it can. I can't show you this right off the bat. One of my campaigns, what we did, well, let me just do this. If I go, it's easier to picture, right? Oh, come on, demo. You can't see what I'm doing. SA. If you go to my shop, I'll show you how to get here, right? So if you go to giveawayrocket.com, and you can't see it anyway. Mitch, come on. You have to periodically look to see what you're showing. If you go to giveawayrocket.com and you go to the shop here in the menus, and I got to update this because I know I'm over 250,000. And you go to, scroll down, and I want to change the width of these. But if you go here to the Safari contest demo, it will take you here to the demo campaign I have set up for the Safari. Now, this is a demo contest, blah, 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 all kinds of stuff, blah, 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 countdown timer, blah, 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 all that stuff, right? What we did for my client was that we took her social sharing image, and this has a video here in the top spot. Let me shrink it a bit. There's a video here, but picture this as the social sharing image that brought you in the first place, right? The one that we looked at with your grab this thing. It gives them why would you do that? It gives people that are coming in from the social sharing the comfort feeling that, yeah, I'm in the right place, right? But what we did was we put those two different images, we cloned the landing page and we put image A and image B in the spot here where the video is, and that was the only thing that was different between those two landing pages. And so we felt like we were getting a bit of information about which image worked better. I don't know if it's perfect, but we did that. You can try that, but most people are going to be trying to do, split tests on words or something different. But we have done that. I have seen that happen. All right, now, no offense, Karen, I got to move on. I've spent way more time on this than I wanted to. But the questions are good questions, and everybody who's watching, bless your heart, thank you for watching. Everybody who's watching ought to be paying attention and thinking about these things for their own campaign. My friend Tom taught me, where'd my post-it note go? It's over there. Pardon me. My friend Tom taught me that you should always pay attention when other people are learning that this doesn't have the right frame on it. See, there it goes again. I get distracted by my own tech. Always pay attention to what other people are learning because it can apply to you. How does this apply to me? He said. All right, so let's move on. Um, Karen did say consistency of messaging and images from ad to landing page is a great idea. Thank you. I'm full of them. That's why you should follow me. Karen says, no offense taken, such great feedback. I truly appreciate it, and I'm grateful for your help. You're welcome. I just urge you to follow along. And by the way, there in the scrolling ticker is a little thing about feedback. If you want to jump in and give me some feedback as a testimonial, watch for that part in the scrolling ticker. Looking forward to the next campaign. I love learning from other campaigns. So let's dive into another campaign and quit babbling about myself, tooting my own horn. Right? Let's get to another campaign. Let me switch over here. And this came to me, by the way, through... And I gotta switch screens. Why didn't that work? There it is. Technology doesn't always work. This came to me through the giveaway Galaxy, by the way. If you've been watching the scrolling ticker, there is a mention on the scrolling ticker about our new Discord server where we are doing chats about this kind of stuff. And over there in Discord, I got this from somebody, and I can't remember his name. So I apologize. Now, this is built with a different tool. Really? Mitch, somebody uses another tool than UpViral? This is done with Viper. And Viper is a great tool. I have nothing bad to say about Viper. I have a license for Viper. I just tend to get so wrapped up in UpViral because I use it so often that I haven't really tested other tools. But Viper is great. Now, here's a chance for you guys to put in some feedback. If you have any feedback on this is the landing page for Upper Crust Pizzeria. So we do have a logo here. 1 year of free food for 2 people. Now, free food all year long. 2 different ways of saying the same thing. Rob says, right off the bat, it's for food. Boy, they are missing the boat by not showing a delicious food picture. Well, there is a food picture in the... yeah. But I tend to agree with you in that... Now, why... So this thing is now in my way. You can't see it, but it's in my way. And I don't know why it's not over there. There we go. There's all kinds of things, frankly, missing here from the top. You've got to remember, we call this, based on the old newspaper analogy, above the fold and below the fold. If you haven't heard that, it has to do with the way the newspaper's folded in half, right? People love to see the stuff that's on the top of the thing, and they make decisions based on what they see at the top. They don't flip the paper over and decide whether or not to buy the paper, typically, based on what's on the bottom. Rob says the text needs to be more exciting. Let me show that. And enticing, absolutely. No offense. I wish I could remember your name who asked me to do this. This is not grabbing me. Number one, this is probably for a local pizzeria, right? It says pizzeria here. Where? What's the reputation? Give me some testimonials and stuff. Free food for all year long is a great offer. It's an absolutely great offer. People would love to do this, but they don't know really what the offer is. Why doesn't it even say 1 year of free pizza or free dinners at Upper Crust Pizzeria? I know the logo's there, but put it in the words. Say the name of the company in the words. Great offer, but it's not informational enough. Now, and you got space here in Viper. You can put all kinds of stuff before you get to here. Right? The enter now. fix this. I think this is default text. It could be not. It might not. I don't remember. It's not an. I don't do Viper enough. But ready to win? You got such an opportunity here to grab people with vibrant, enticing text. Now, I know I was just on the previous thing that said 1 year of pizza or 1 year of free food. But remind them. I mean, if I got distracted, I walked away from my screen and I came back here 2 hours later, ready to win what? Ready to win what? Get me excited. Get me fired up. This takes over the whole screen in Viper, which is okay. Nothing wrong with it. But you also have the ability to put some stuff here and get people fired up. Now, I do know that you've got down here, see, now I'm really confused. This says Middle Eastern food for 12 months. Wait a minute. Upper Crust Pizzeria doesn't seem like Middle Eastern food. Lenny's here. Hi, Lenny. We are giving one random lucky person the prize of a lifetime. Grand prize pack includes. Now, this is typical Viper stuff. This is the way they have their template. And by the way, Viper only has one template. So, Karen, etc., for those of you who say UpViral doesn't have enough, there's nothing wrong with Viper's template. It's clean, it's clear, it's to the point, and you can add images and you can customize this a lot. But you don't get 50 different choices. You get this choice. Unless they've added something, and they may have. I don't know. But none of this, still really up here at the top, is getting me excited. And so the thing you got to remember here is that people will only give you 3 seconds tops for people to sign up for something like this. Or scroll down, right? They may scroll down to see more, but you have to have enticed them right at the top, like Rob said. You got to grab them whichever way you can to get them to keep reading. Now, most people don't even see this. And let me drag this over, right? On a smartphone, again, this is going to show this much, and then you got the enter now. Many people assume that's all there is to the page. They don't know they can scroll down until they see it, especially when there's this dividing line. So you have to grab them right up here. And frankly, it's not enough for me to sign up. I'm out. I'm gone. If it's a local business, tell me where it is. Is this in Phoenix? Is this in India? Where is it? The reasons you want to do that is because you've got to be able to tell people that they're not eligible if they live in India and this is a thing for Arizona. I mean, you don't want those people signing up. What you only want is people that are in your local area, right? You gotta focus in on people. I'm sorry, I'm reading some of the comments. I'm right. The point being, you gotta grab them here in the top of the thing, right? Here's a ticker. That's great. I love tickers, and that's what the comments are going on about. I don't care for this down here, and I know Viper does this. I don't necessarily want to distract people in a contest by saying unlock. Here's my issue. Right here it says, but wait, there's more ways to win. But it says right here, collect 500 points. How do you do that? You're going to have to do work. Your people have to do work. And yes, we are going to entice them on the sharing page to do some work, right? That's our job as campaign runners, is to get them to do stuff for us. But I don't care for that on the front page. I don't want to be saying, oh, there's work involved, when I'm simply trying to get their email address. That's all I want to do on the landing page. Once they've signed up, then you're going to tell them about more stuff. Potentially. What you could do at the top is to say, we're giving away 1 year of free food, but there are plenty of other things to win as well. Sign up now. Maybe you could tell them that there's a $20 gift card, there's a $50 gift card. All those things are enticements for more people to sign up. Why is it way down here at the bottom? I don't care for this inside of Viper. I know they do that. And they do this how to win bit, which I think you can turn off. I don't care for it. Because what this says to me is work, 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 work. Oh, now I win. Don't tell people you have to do some work. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it, right? And I do not like this ready to win. All right, so I'm going to scroll back up to the top, and I'm going to go back to the comments, because Lenny said, Viper has lots of case studies. I have lots of case studies. Why are you sending people to other places, Lenny? If you go to my shop, by the way, that's not it. If you go to my shop, where'd it go? Did it go? Disappear? Oh, it came up because of that, right? Didn't it? There's a case study like this one. There's a couple of different things on here. So I know a Viper does have lots of good case studies, and they're worth looking at. UpViral has case studies as well. Make sure you pay attention and you learn from those. Karen said, I love a ticker for contests. Guess what? Oh, I didn't say it. If you go here, look, there it is. I can give you a free countdown timer. All you have to do is come over here to my shop and click on that, and you don't even have to really add to cart. I need to change that. But here's the instructions on how to do it, and video teaching you how to do it. And I have this installed on my server, and you can use it as much as you want. Now, I've talked to Wilco multiple times about adding a countdown timer, and it's not something he says he wants to do. I would enter for 1 year of food, but this whole thing is boring. I would leave immediately. I agree. It has to be enticing. It is all about the offer. Karen said, maybe take the for 2 people and put that in the detail information below. Good point. You don't necessarily need to know it. Again, that's something you could split test if you were using UpViral. I don't remember whether Viper has split testing or not. You have to sell how great the offer is. Why are you trustworthy in what others experience? Because they don't want to be the first or alone. Absolutely correct, Lenny. You win the prize for the first conversation about it's all about the offer. Because Lenny, by the way, is over on our Discord server, and we have a good conversation about contests over there. So y'all should come over. Karen says, no way, on UpViral? Can I put in a countdown timer? If you use my free one, absolutely. I do this all the time, right? If you look at my sample, scrolling down, bingo! There's a countdown timer. That's mine. That's my free one that I put in. Show you how to use it. So yes, you can do that inside of UpViral. And it doesn't require anything added to your advanced settings. You don't have to add a script or anything. You just frickin' add it. It's really simple. And yes, you're welcome. Uh, that does put you on my email list, which is a good thing, right? uh, oh, by the way, I have to do the enter part. Karen says, I love it. Shut the front door. Countdown timers on up viral? Yes. Oh, Lonnie's here. Hi, Lonnie. Lonnie says, go look at a pizza offer online and model your contest campaign around that ad. That's a great piece of advice. Karen says, thank you. You're welcome. I know you were responding to my you're welcome. All right. Let's just see what the sharing aspect is. And this is part of the reason as much as I like Jack, the owner of Viper, I'm not always overly fond of this. So I'm going to put in Planet Mitch. Oops, I'm going to do Planet Mitch. And I'm going to listen to my cat meowing at the door. Enter now. Oh. All right, well, so much for that. This is all the way. Also, by the way Up Viral should do it, but they don't if you have double opt-in turned on. And I've had a conversation with them about that, and it will change. Just so you know, it is going to change. Lenny says, my cat is ready for lunch. She just wants in the door because she knows I'm doing a Facebook Live. And she likes to pester me. So double opt-in is great. Now the thing about Viper sharing pages is there's not a whole lot of room to there's not a whole lot of room on the page. It's to put a whole lot of customization. And so that's kind of why I don't really care for... why did it do that? Come on, back to my face. Uh-oh. Why is it... why it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be this. Lenny says, how many times a day did you free... we actually let them... They can... what do they call that? Not trolling. They can... the bowl's out all day long. It's just dry food. Karen says, I agree, Lonnie. Find a good pizza offer and model the images. Copy that if it's a great offer, but it needs some pizzazz. No trolling. Generally, I want to know because I have one. We just give them dry food and they can, what do you call it when they wander in and wander out? It's not trolling. Grazing. They can graze. We have 4 cats. So, and we periodically give them wet cat food out of a can, but that gets really expensive when you get 4 cats. Really expensive, really fast. Alright, so, if you want, let me go over to my mail and see if I can... oops, what the heck is that? See if I can quickly catch my email. I know I'm stalling here. And get that out of the way and scroll to the top of my email. Upper crust, confirm your email. Click here to confirm and... alright, so here is the... here is... see, now it's not doing the thing, is it? I gotta make my process smoother. Because you're seeing my email. Why is that not going to the right screen? Sorry. Tech. It's not working right. Because you see in my email in the background. Here's the offer. Right? I'm sorry, this is the sharing page. And please don't read my emails. Oh, there's multiple pages. Go away. Oh, there's multiple pages. Oh, there's all kinds of stuff. Let me just do this. Silly goose. All right. I don't know why my tech's not working. Complete the actions below and start unlocking prizes. This is really hard to read. This text up here is something that you can edit. And now my cursor thing is gone. See, all kinds of tech is not working right. Mouse halo. There it is. Complete the actions below by starting and unlock prizes. The more points you have, the higher chance you have of winning. I think that's default text too, by the way. So with Viper, and this is a default image, which I really dislike. I've complained about this before. I don't like the tongue sticky outy images unless you really know your people. I don't care that they are just. I don't care for that. But this is the look and feel of a Viper sharing page. Again, there's only one template there. You can modify what's in here, but you can't do a whole lot. You got the points, the actions on the left. You've got how many points you have. You can put in, if you're doing a most points campaign, you can put in a leaderboard. You do get to list the rewards. And I like the way they do this part because you can see more information. But it is what it is with Viper. You don't get a whole lot of opportunities to do something different. And so it is what it is, and that's what you got. So and that's why I said there's not a lot there. And it's functional. I mean, it's doing what you need to do. It's functional. It's not a whole lot of bells and whistles, and you don't get to do a whole lot of customization. That's okay. It's just a different way of doing things. Karen, there are plenty of reasons for people to stay on the tool that they have. I'm not trying to convince them. I kind of, it depends. I mean, part of the deal, maybe that's not the right phrase. The idea that I like to advocate is to just get it done, right? Maybe this is his first campaign. Found a tool that he thought he'd like. He's testing it out. Get it done. Don't let the tool be what slows you down. Just get the job done. Figure out how to get it up there. Be like Karen. Get it up there. Get it done. Maybe not right the first time, but this is all a learning process, right? We are going to find other ways of doing things as we learn and grow, right? Karen didn't know that I had the option to do a countdown timer. Now she does. By the way, what I've also done is I've tested having a countdown timer from the beginning of the campaign versus maybe adding it like towards the end of the campaign. Maybe you want it on the sharing page because people coming back to the campaign that are trying to earn points maybe need to know when, right? All kinds of different ways of doing that. Hi, Louise. This is my friend Louise. We're in a mastermind together. Louise says, tools slow me down often. We all have that problem, right? I'm having trouble with my technology. I don't know if you were on here earlier, but I've run into a couple of stumbling blocks, but you just got to keep going. And most people are okay with that, right? They understand that they've been through that themselves and they don't expect us to be perfect. It's all about the content, right? Right. So, yes. That's what I wanted to share with you today. We had 2 campaigns that we reviewed. If anybody has any questions, I'm going to give you like the 1 minute, 30 second, pop in and say you got a question. Before we go, Mark on Upviral yesterday said that has taught me that I sigh a lot. I have to be careful about sighing. Louise says always must be moving. Gee, there was a kids movie called Finding Nemo, right? Keep on swimming. Wasn't that the phrase that Dory said all the time? Keep on swimming, keep on swimming. Karen says doing creates clarity. Absolutely. As you can see from my tech examples, I clearly see what I'm making mistakes. But if you have any questions, please hurry, type in just a Q and hit return. Let me know that you're thinking about doing a question. Because there is this delay, right? The live streaming delay can be 15 seconds. I've seen as long as like 30 seconds before people see what I say, before they respond. The back and forth takes a while. So that's what creates awkward hang-ups in Facebook Lives and stuff. Haven't seen anybody from YouTube or Twitch today because I am restreaming in multiple places. Everybody's on Facebook, but that's okay. I love Facebook too. Okay, I don't really love Facebook. I confess. See, I sighed again, didn't I? Mark's right. I sigh a lot. Lenny says you were launching something. Launch? I got a lot of things that I'm working on. I haven't launched recently. What do you specifically mean? Louise says, oh yes, the delay. Louise is experiencing that in her own Facebook Lives. Because I know she's doing them. Louise does fun stuff. Lenny, are you trying to get me to talk about the... the live timer or the live countdown? Not the... I can't even talk. The live winner draw that I'm working on? Is that what you're talking about? Something I'm launching? Lenny says, join the free Discord group. Yes. And I have still got to figure out, because I got lots of things, right? I got too many things. Where, that's... You should see the list of things that I've got over here that I don't have buttons for yet. Lenny's talking about this one, Giveaway Galaxy, which is our community hosted over on Discord. And if you go to giveawayrocket.com/gginvite, you can get there. It's not on Facebook. It's not on social media, so you don't have to be hung up on using somebody else's tool. It's independent. And my point being, you can get 100% notifications with Discord. The thing about Facebook groups and stuff is that they decide what you get to be notified about. With Discord, you can decide on your notifications. We have a discussion on marketing. We have reviews channel. We have a partners channel. We have lessons learned and events. Man, stuff's coming in. So thank you, Lenny, for talking about that. I do want to grow that group because it's a great place to learn from other people without being encumbered by the nuances of Facebook. Now, I recognize that everybody's on Facebook, but I get really frustrated with the lack of notifications. I mean, I own a Facebook group. I own a Facebook page. I'm an admin of things, but it doesn't even tell you when you own a group that somebody's posted. It's like, tell me everything. I want to know. I want to control my notifications better than Facebook lets me do. Devin, I probably should do a tutorial. It's not hard. It's not really hard when you are in Discord. Um, I mean, if I do that, and I'll show you because I have Discord open. So here, let me make it full screen. So the far left, I'll do this 10, okay, less than a minute. The far left is different Discord servers. I happen to be signed up to a sailing one and Fuzzy's startup one and a couple of others. But Giveaway Galaxy's the one with the rocket. These are the channels. Karen says you can control your notifications. You can, sorta, but they still control in groups that I turn on notifications where I say I want to be notified of everything. All kinds of posts happen in that group without me being notified. So as much as, yes, I agree, they say you can turn on notifications to see everything, but you don't. And that's what pisses me off. I'm sorry. In Giveaway Galaxy, these are the different channels. So it's like the old forums of the old days that you try to set up focus areas, right? Like events is where I posted this morning. I'm going live to do 2 reviews. There's a general chat. There is tips and tricks where you can post things that you're learning about. There's events where I just was. There is specifically a section for Up Viral where I was talking about how to do stuff. And it's not just me. There's a Viper channel. There's a Gleam channel that nobody's chatted in. There's a King Sumo channel that we talked about stuff. There's member areas that I'm working on so that people can join me and learn more and more stuff. There's going to be a section for agencies. There's going to be the wild card. We're going to do voice and video chats. So, and there's another sigh. Now I'm paying attention to my sighs. So that's the Discord topic. Discord is a great place. I hope that it grows. I've invited people that are not just specifically Up Viral people because I want to be able to learn, right? So there's a great Up Viral group. I want to be able to learn from people that are using the other tools. There's stuff to be learned without focusing, and I know I'm focused on one tool. But I want people to be able to share in an open environment, and I even allow promotion. If you're doing something specific that has to do with running campaigns, giveaways, viral marketing, you got an offer, let's talk about it. I don't necessarily want you spamming the group with stuff that isn't appropriate, but we're all here to make money, right? I mean, let's be real. The goal here is to feed our families. The goal here is to make money. And if you're constantly told you can't promote, then it becomes a frustration thing. And I understand that we don't want a bunch of non-related stuff, but I can learn from other people's promotions. So can you. If we can help each other grow our businesses, isn't that better than just going, oh, it's only Mitch's thing, or it's only Karen's thing? And I don't like that. I want all boats to rise in a rising tide. So that's kind of why I've created this. I want it to be a place where we can help each other grow and not just be stuck in Facebook land. Make a sole video for your platforms dedicated to invite quick tutorial on what they pay attention to. Yeah, I should do that. There's lots of things I need to do, Lenny. First, I got to try to get people to show up. Principles and best practices. Absolutely, that's what we're doing. That's what we're trying to learn. Devin says, I asked for a SaaS product. I don't know what you mean, Devin. I know you've asked kind of something several times. I'm not sure I understand the question. Can you do a contest for a SaaS product? Yes. What I mean, come over into the Discord server, Devin, and ask your question. I know you created an account. Come over and ask. That's the whole point. But you got to be clear in the question, and if you need to, create a video so that you can explain it. I just need more than I asked for a SaaS product. You gotta be clear. And the other reason for having something like Discord is that it's not just me answering questions. I know what a SaaS is, Devin. I know what it is. But I don't know what your question is relating to. I asked for a SaaS product. I don't know what you want. You gotta put more. I'm sorry, Devin. I'm being a little cruel. But I don't know what you're asking. Give me a lot more about what you're trying to ask. Simply saying it's a software product. I know that. I know what SaaS stands for. The Discord group is where the chat goes on 24/7. Yes. Absolutely. And again, that's where people are contributing and helping each other out. And sometimes that happens in the Up Viral group. Sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it's just the Mitch show. Sometimes the Discord group's just the Mitch show too. But if we all join and start learning more, then we can do that. Lenny says, Devin, are you wanting a case study for a SaaS? I don't really know what he wants yet. And we'll get back to you for this. Thank you. And I'm sure it's a longer question. But I'm afraid I just don't understand that short of a question what you're really after. All right, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to cut this off because we all need to get doing stuff. There's all kinds of things that I have available. There is the calendar. And again, if you go to the shop, you can see these things. Oh, Devin, Lenny asked earlier. Come on, go away. Why did that not go away? There it goes. Am I doing Win Now or Win Together anytime soon? What's in the pipeline? Right now, what I'm focusing on, because they're very front and center, are the Up Viral Copilot sessions, which take up a good chunk of time. I'm working with the Up Viral Hacking Challenge group and answering questions there. Tomorrow morning, for example, I'm doing the live Q&A for that. I do need to do Win Now and Win Together again, but what I'm focusing on trying to do, Lenny, is to get people into the membership that I'm going to start selling, which will be ongoing things like, and I'm just thinking about whether or not I don't have a slide built for it yet, but I will. The membership is going to be ongoing support, live questions, a special area in the Discord server for people that are members. We're going to have weekly sessions, like office sessions, where I'm going to be online for like 2 or 3 hours. And people can pop in and ask questions, and we can do one-on-ones. It'll be on Zoom, so people will be able to do screen sharing, and I can show them how to build stuff. So it's a lot more direct access to me in a membership and others. It's not just me, but obviously I'm the prime guy. And there'll be training, there'll be special advanced stuff. Like, I know Lenny knows that I'm working on this new live giveaway where you can do a freaking cool live draw and have it tied to Up Viral and a whole bunch of other stuff. But that's going to be for my members first. And then eventually it will roll out to other places. So the first access would have to be to people that are actually paying for my help. Lenny's love. Um, Lenny, by the way, is one of my founders. I started a year and a half ago to build my membership, and then I kind of floundered with it, which, human nature, we have other distractions at times. But Lenny bought into the founders level, which was a lifetime deal, and bless his heart, he keeps me on track. Win together 24/7. Yes, maybe I should call it that. Because I do still love the win together aspect of it, because it's so part of what's fuming, part of what's that's the word I'm looking for, fueling this, is that I am in a group that has 3 weekly sessions that are 2 hours apiece, that I can tune in anytime and come in and ask questions about my business. And it's been a wonderful help. And I want to be able to do more of that for people. I mean, I do this review session primarily to help people, right? And incidentally, I tell you about things that you can get for free. Um, I want to be able to make people successful. That's why I created the Win Together program that Lenny was in. That's why I created the Win Now thing, and I just haven't done enough of that. Karen says, I started tweaking my up viral campaign as you guys are talking. Thanks for the help. Watch a nice note on your Facebook page soon. Well, Karen, you could also go to the link that shows up down there in the scrolling ticker. That's giveawayrocket.com/feedback. And it would end up on my testimonials page, which, by the way, looks like. See, I wish you could see. It looks like this. So I'm getting testimonials from that feedback link, and I'm posting them, and you'll see this as I sign out. So thank you for that. Karen says, great job on rolling things into a membership. I'm in Tribe. Yes, I was in Tribe last year. I did not buy Tribe this year because I did not implement very well last year, but I have all that tech and lots of things to learn and share. And my friends, Paul and Melissa, that are running this mastermind that I'm in, are also big fans of Tribe, and so they're helping me launch this new membership. And I got lots of things coming. And there are things that I can't tell you. Karen asked something earlier. Where was that? Can I put it up on the screen? What is UpViral going to reveal next Tuesday? I have no freaking clue. I don't know if there is a Tuesday announcement. I know that on the UpViral Co-Pilot show, we said we weren't going to tell you what we're going to do on the Co-Pilot show, but I don't know that there's an announcement scheduled for next Tuesday. If there is, I haven't seen it, and even though I'm working with them, I am not like on the inside, which typically irritates me. But I don't know what's coming. I do know I have seen the alpha for the new user interface. And there's not a lot of changes in it. It's I probably shouldn't say. But I have seen that. And I know of some of the things that they have said are coming, but I can't talk about those either. And I know they've got a staff that's working on a ton of stuff. And I'm smiling because I kind of took time away from that for a problem report I had this week, which turned out to be a fraud. It was a whole thing. So there's this guy that was running a campaign that I got involved in. Long story short, this gentleman cheated, did not give the prizes to the people that won them, and then asked for a refund. So don't do that. Don't do that. Karen says, damn NDA. Well, frankly, Karen, I wish I knew more. So I am under NDA, but they're not telling me all the really good stuff that I would really like to know because I would really like to help them craft what they're doing. But, you know, they have their thing, I have my thing. We're working on things. Entice it. Expect to see, however, that there's a lot of good stuff coming. I am excited because I know how hard they're working. Because when I distract them, they get mad at me. And I'm not. It's all good, right? We're all good. Uh, and the whole goal. See, there's the GG invite scroller. The whole goal, like of the co-pilot show and everything that I do, again, is to help you build a better business. I, Karen knows Stu McLaren from Tribe. His whole thing is not about selling. Well, it helps, right, to feed the family, but it's about creating change in the world. And the more I can help you guys do a better job of building your business, like Karen's helping people do their social planning to create their content faster and better, then that's changing the world. It's making a better impact on the world. And that's what I want to do for all y'all. So, thank you. I'm going to cut it off now because now we're at an hour and 35 minutes. And life goes on, right? I will be back probably on Friday. I don't have it on the calendar, and I mentioned the calendar earlier. I need to have a way of sharing. Brilliant! I just figured out a way to do that, and I gotta do that. I don't have it ready yet. Maybe I could do it really fast. Do you want to see me do something really fast? See if it works. For those of you who don't want to stick in, goodbye, we're done. Goodbye. But I will show you if I can do this really fast. I'm going to switch over. I use a tool called Ecamm. And I'm going to switch to demo mode. See, I think something's broken with my Ecamm. Demo mode doesn't seem to be showing the whole screen. I'm going to turn my video monitor off. Is that it? Oops. Not that. Thank you, Karen, for the kind words. Why are you not seeing my whole screen? Because I turned on demo mode. Do I have to do this? But you still don't see my screen, right? You don't see that. All right, never mind. It's not gonna. You're not gonna see what I'm doing. And I don't know why that's not working. Because I've seen other people do live demo mode, and you can see what I'm doing inside the app. But let's see if I can get this to work. It's not doing what I want it to do. If I go to Ecamm, and I go here, you can see my desktop, but they are sticking for the full hour. Thank you, Lenny. You are right. It's not 200 viewers, but it's plenty of active people, and I appreciate you. I really wish you could see this. Why is it not? If I go to scene, this is the default scene, and I go to share screen, you can see that, but you can't see Ecamm. Ecamm is the main window. Move window to bring all to front. So you still can't see the Ecamm window. Why not show it on the Discord monitor? Well, the problem is that Ecamm, what you can't see is there's a red line around my main monitor which says Ecamm is showing everything, including Ecamm, on this monitor. But Ecamm is in the front. And you can't see it, but I am actually in Ecamm. Right? You can see this. And you can't even see that. Something is weird on my computer. Because I'm looking at the output and you cannot see this about window. Because live demo mode. I'm in live demo mode. So you can see me in my cursor moving something around, but you can't see it. If I go live demo mode, I don't understand. There is something weird. Anyway, what I'm trying, so let me see if I can try to do it while you guys are not going to be able to see what I'm doing. Lenny says, what you want to show is Ecamm. Yes. What I want to show is my desktop. And so Ecamm's designed to show your desktop, right? But there's a demo mode where you can actually show the Ecamm windows. So in non-demo mode, you don't see the Ecamm windows, even though, because they're meant for me, right? They're meant for the broadcaster. And in demo mode, you're supposed to be demoing Ecamm. So you should see, and I've seen people do these demos all the time on the Ecamm channels, where they show their desktop and you see all the Ecamm windows. But you're not seeing them when I do it. So I'm doing something silly. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new widget, what's called a widget. And I'll do a screen grab for you. Let's call it calendar, right? So I'll show you a screen grab. I'll take a screen grab and you'll see part of my screen. So if I switch over to here, right, you see this screen grab right here. So this, if I make Discord, if I quit Discord, so I'm talking about this screen right here. So what I'm doing is creating a widget, right? This bit right here is creating a widget. And I'm going to do add widget overlay, which is that button there. And then it says nothing to show right now. Why is that not? So I've got the damn thing broken again. If I go to gr, so my link is broken. Well, this has been a royal cluster problem. So I'm going to bail out on that because it's not working. And my widget, isn't that funny? And the widget is, so this is, what a widget does is it shows you a website. And for some reason with my Giveaway Rocket website, it shows part of it as see-through. So that, but that widget isn't working right now. So I'll show you another widget. What it does, well, I showed it to you before. What it does is it puts up this testimonials page. So that's an actual page on my website where the testimonials are scrolling. And if I put a black background on the screen, then it looks like this. And so what I want to be able to do is take something like this and show you my free calendar, which is a dynamic thing. But my free calendar link is not working properly, so I can't show you that. But this is really kind of cool because if you have dynamic content, you can show people a web page. And so that's kind of fun. And I just figured I hadn't thought of a way of doing that because I thought I was going to have to do a screen grab. But I've just figured out that I could use that functionality. And so so that's that. So I know it's time to get out of here. I want to thank you all for tuning in. And you'll see that, by the way, I'm going to do the closing that I have set up. Lenny says, where would you use that? Well, it's in this case, where would I use what? Maybe I should ask this. Could I use the testimonials on a contest page? I sure could. Oh, bingo, I hadn't thought about that. So the testimonials, that widget that you saw on my giveaway rocket page is created by a tool called Endorsal, which was on AppSumo. You could go to endorsal.io and sign up for an account. One of the functions that it does is it accepts testimonials and then gives you a way to display them. And so I could theoretically create testimonials to go on a contest page. Lenny says the link you mentioned earlier to the calendar. Well, that's supposed to simply be a Google link to my Google Calendar that shows all my free, when I'm going to be live and stuff. And I thought I had the right URL, but apparently my website is broken and not showing you what the link to my Google Calendar is. So that's what I was trying to show you. But the widget functionality is only for broadcast. It gives you the ability to not just put up a screenshot, but it gives you the ability to put up a web page that has dynamic content. You would not use it for video because you could just display that directly. So, and I've had difficulty thinking about what the widget could be used for. And that's why this morning I came up with the idea of using that testimonials page as a widget. Suppose you had a stock ticker or you're watching stocks and you wanted to show something that is constantly changing. That's what the web widget inside Ecamm is for. To be able to display something that's changing dynamically. You could display a YouTube video if you wanted to, but that's kind of the weird way of doing it. You cannot interact with the website though, right? So in most cases, what I end up doing is doing screen share, where I can show you the the website, which is what I've done the whole show. But in some cases, you want to just have it slapped up there, but you can't interact with it. I agree with you on this one, Lenny. We need to evolve faster. You should be able to add a link to your video. You should be able to broadcast right here a link, like you're saying, and have people click on it. I agree. I've actually asked the Ecamm folks if they could provide that. What I have done instead is I have a series of macros, right? If I put up, for example, that calendar, you should get a link, because what I'm doing is going over to Restream chat and posting that link, which should come to you as a comment in the stream. I think you can pin comments. I'm not sure I can post comments. I don't know what you mean by pin them. I can't pin them. But for example, I could do the comment stream, right? I could put the comment stream as a web widget so that people would see those. Ecamm has this ability to post the comments here like that, but that's a onesie twosie thing. That's a one at a time function. So it isn't like showing the entire comments window. But I could do that, come to think of it. Anyway, I'm distracted. It's time. You comment with links, then pin them to be the first thing people see. Well, that sort of depends on. I mean, that depends upon a lot of things, but that. I mean, I'm not showing multiple comments here. If that were true, you could do that. You can pin comments on Facebook, but that's not a live function, right? Could be eventually, maybe. That's not a live function that I can do with an Ecamm, because I'm actually streaming to multiple places. I'm streaming to YouTube, I'm streaming to Twitch, I'm streaming to Facebook, and the functionality would have to be in all of those places to do pinned comments. So I see what you mean now, but that functionality also is too advanced for what we're doing right now. All right, I gotta go. Okay, nature calls. I have to pee. Gotta go. And I appreciate all the comments and all the feedback, and I appreciate you being here and listening to me. And Lenny says, yes, that's platform specific. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you again soon. And I'm going to show you that dynamic thing on the outro. So stay tuned. Don't go away yet. But bye. Thanks for tuning in. I got to go to my In-N-Out burger. And this is it. This is... Now, you're not hearing the music, are you? Now you're hearing the music. It's loud. Okay, I figured out that problem. All right, goodbye.